another drive with the Pajero. I'm just trying to replicate, hopefully not, the issue with the stalling engine that I've been talking about in my last video. So far so good, the car runs perfectly fine. It's minus 10 degrees, a bit more mild than yesterday. And animated by the success of yesterday, I got a bit more confident and took part of my camping gear with me this night. I don't plan to spend the night out there in the wild in any case. Tomorrow morning I gotta go to work and I have to be well rested. But at least I would find a spot. I would look for a spot to spend some time outside and cook something. So I've chosen this path. Apparently no car has been through here in the past couple of days, or at least since the last layer of snow fell here. I can see animal footprints, but these look like deer or dog or some small animal. So yeah, yesterday I think I totaled around 150 to 180 kilometers, and the car worked perfectly fine. I'm very happy with how it turned out. This looks like a nice spot, flat. For sure, I'll park the car here and set the camp, the minimalist camp. Hard luck. The damn gas canister froze and I couldn't cook anything. and it's only minus 10 degrees. So yeah, minus 10 degrees. Damn gas froze. I know I'm repeating myself, but it's no fun. I resorted to eat some cold meal. But in any case, it's better than nothing. I wasn't expecting this to happen at only minus 10. But then again, it's true that I let this gas canister in the car for a couple of hours before I embarked into this short trip. Oh well, let's follow the tracks back to the asphalt so that I could drive the car a bit more harsh and draw my conclusions. As tomorrow morning my wife will take the Pajero to work, so I expect it to be reliable and don't let her waiting near the side of the road. Yeah. So even though cooking food was a bit of a failure, at least the car runs as expected. Might as well make a left here and drive a bit more, just for the fun of it. I can see the tracks, my tracks from yesterday. So I read some more on the internet during the day about what could cause the 4M41 engine to stall, and there aren't many cases. As I previously said, it's either the bad quality fuel, a clogged fuel filter, issues with deposits inside the fuel tank, injectors, high pressure pump for the common rail, and the like. But in my case, I think it was just bad fuel, or maybe water that froze on the inside the fuel hoses. Not enough water so that it could be trapped inside the fuel filter so that I could evacuate it. In that case, the sensor would have registered it and display an error on the dash panel. But in any case, I'm glad it works. So yeah, I remember yesterday I took the road straight through the field. Let's do the same this evening to avoid some of the bigger corrugations there. Then I would just come back to the main road here. gears. 1, 2, 3. At least 3 I can spot. So as I said, I could go a bit faster now, since I know the engine won't stall, and have some fun with the Pajero on this snow icy road. It's a bit bumpy and difficult to hold the camera with one hand. I should have got the GoPro with me this evening. But it's okay. I'm still having fun driving the Pajero. The rattling inside the cabin is also caused by the chair of my little one. His seat makes quite a lot of noise when it's not occupied. See my tracks. Apparently nobody went through this section of the road since yesterday, so I'll follow my tracks and get straight on a field here like this. And then get back on the main road. Well, actually this is a dirt road. During the hot season, when it rains, it's total fun to drive through here. But the issue then is that I have to wash the car, and that takes quite a lot of time. And it's an activity that I don't really enjoy when the car is muddy. Definitely going faster than yesterday. I have like 40 to 50 kilometers per hour. Yesterday I was driving like 20, fearing that the engine would stall at any point. There's a small descent. I'll reduce a bit. And then get back up to speed. Frozen lake to my right, but there's hardly any chance for me to capture any footage with the lighting lanterns that I have. Naturally, I forgot my my big 6D mag light at home, and also the LED flashlight. Thus I only have the camping lights, the LED one and the petrol one. And those are not good for capturing the lake view. So I would just drive past it and reach the asphalt so that I could go on and step on it. Yesterday night was cold, minus 16. Should we go full speed? Yeah, that's fun. See the dashboard indicators freaked out a bit, and the anti-slipping circuit activated and blinked, but that was fun. So that's how the Pajero should be driven. Let's accelerate here as well, get past through this, get on the tracks. Nice. There you go. There you go. That's how the Pajero should be driven. If you have a full working engine, that is. Nice. So now comes the long descent, and I will let it slowly. The road on the right was going straight to the lake. Very nice view, but I'll skip it for now. I'll put the transmission into manual mode in the second gear, and just let the car glide. So as I said yesterday, the Pajero is very controllable, very drivable. Once you point it into a direction, it goes in that direction. At the end of that snowy section, the car jumped a bit off the tracks, but I quickly corrected from the steering wheel, and the car just went where I wanted. The alternative would have been to just follow the tracks and let the car self-align. But where's the fun? And yeah, those rattling plastics somewhere in the dash section, in the dash area, next to the multimedia interface, just rattling and rattling. Of course, the camping gear is making its fair part of the noise in the cabin. But the most annoying ones are here in the center of the dash area. Anyway, I think I'll stop filming since the road is pretty much identical to the one that I filmed yesterday, and that's already uploaded. So if you want to see the rest of the road, just watch that video instead. Just for the fun of it, I locked the central differential and put the car in the first gear on manual, and I'm just descending this slope without actually pressing any pedal. The car is not in low range, it's on high. But the sensation is that the Pajero is very secure. See, it descends at around 10, maybe less than 10 kilometers per hour, at idling speed, with the first gear engaged, 4x4, and center differential locked. -10. And the car is crawling down the slope. And see, I could let me turn on the light. I could jiggle the steering wheel and the car won't slip. So as I said, this transmission that they put on the Pajero is, in my opinion, one of the best in the 4x4 world. Very reliable, easy to drive, a bit difficult to maintain. Well, not really difficult, but at times expensive, especially when you need to flush the entire ATF from the torque converter and the entire spiral, the cooling spiral, and radiator, and basically the entire circuit. And then there is the procedure of topping up with new ATF, and you have to wait up until there is a certain temperature reached, and then put the car level and top up if necessary, otherwise let the excess drip out. So the procedure is very well described in the service manual. So, but other than that, just replacing front and rear differentials and differential oils is pretty simple. And there is little oil compared. The quantity of oil is small comparing to the petrol, and the central differential is a breeze to the transfer case. Is a breeze to replace the oil in. It took me literally 20 minutes or so. The bulk of the time was me waiting for the old oil to drain out. So yeah, still descending down the slope, no pedals pressed, and I'm not even in low range. So 4 high, locked center, how it is called in their nomenclature. I like to call it central differential, but center differential, same thing. Yeah, so I'll step on it a bit so that I can eventually reach home and get some sleep. It's 11:47 p.m. and I hope that by 12:30, 12:40 I'll be in my bed. Thus, again, have a good night. I'll sign off for good now. Bye bye.